1, 2, the cut down. We are going to be talking about the Google Pixel 5a 5G, or is it 5a with 5G? And yeah, I'm a big fan of the Pixel A series since the 3A, especially the 4A. If you didn't know, especially man, all the videos that I've done on the Lover of Tech channel, so definitely go subscribe there. But since you are here, and if you find yourself here for the first time on the cut down, or if you've actually been here before, and you may consider it and you like a more chilled approach, a more kind of podcast approach to your weekly tech news and what's popping off, then definitely man, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notifications so you don't miss any future videos on the cut down. But yeah, Google Pixel 5a with 5G. Now we've done a couple of cut down reactions before on this man, in terms of just the whole it's cancelled, and Google themselves, when the leakers were out there trying to say it's cancelled, had to kind of clarify, nah, it's not cancelled. Don't try and block us. Like, yes, the pandemic has caused some issues, but the phone is out, but with an availability caveat. It's only available in the US of A and Japan. Google. We like it here, you know, we want it here as well, man, especially the new lower price that's coming in at $449. We'll run through all the stuff in there. And I know a lot of people have been saying, in terms of the initial feedback, that why did they do it? It's not much of an upgrade to the Pixel 4a with 5G. And it's not really, it's kind of like the smaller form factor of the 5.8 inches of the Pixel 4a. It's kind of been abandoned. I disagree, but before we go in there, this should be just a quick fire run, man. We're just gonna go through and look at the Pixel 5a with 5G and see what I'll go on with it when it comes to the breakdown, right? Pixel 5a with 5G. So in terms of availability, $449 US. I believe previously the 4A with 5G might have been $500 or slightly more, $500, I believe. You got IP67 water and dust resistance rating. Cool. And the usual when it comes to like the Google software, when it comes to Android, 5G on there, Stadia. Cool, let's go back up. Let's check the tech specs. I like the tech specs. We like tech specs. Tech specs. So what we got? We've got a slight display increase to 6.34 inches versus 6.2 inches on the Pixel 4a with 5G. And this is a nice one, 4,680 milliamp. This is the biggest battery cell in any Pixel phone ever. And you've got the same Snapdragon 765G from Qualcomm, 6 gigabytes of LPDDR4 XRAM, 128 gigabytes of storage in one SKU. And you've got the dual rear cameras as well, which is 12.2 megapixels for the main, as well as an ultra wide. Video does go up to 4K UHD, 60 frames a second. It's been some little talks about what's been going on there. Same 18-watt charger that comes in there. No wireless charging. You still do keep a headphone port, which is great to see. USB-C. It's a metal unibody design with a soft coating. Single nano SIM, which I'm not a fan of. I like dual nano SIMs, but at least it does support eSIM if your carrier supports it. You can utilize that. Android 11 with minimum 3 years of OS and security updates. Very good. Metal unibody design, Corning Gorilla Glass free, and then IP68 water and IP67 water and dust resistance. 1 year limited warranty. So this is what comes in a box. Do you still get a charger in a box? Much appreciated, but apparently this might be the last Google phone to come with a charger in the box. Let's compare pixels right quick. Cool. I see how the 4A with 5G is gone. Makes sense. $699 for the 5. And it's a 60 hertz display, 20:9 aspect ratio, full high definition plus OLED. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And again, the 60 megapixel ultra wide as well, f2.2, 117 degree field of view. And you've got an 8 megapixel front facing camera, as you find across the board, with all the same features on there, right? Very similar to the 4A with 5G. And if we go to compare, we go to GSM Arena, just to, round it and just look at the Pixel 4A with 5G. Look at that, very similar, right? Apart from the color that's called mostly black instead of just black. I love the names. I kid you not. It's like there's no effort in the name, but it's what makes the Pixel devices interesting, right? And if we go to differences, you can easily see in terms of the refresh rate, screen size as well. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Battery capacity, massive increase, 3,885 up to 4,680, which is good to see. We'll love to see it. So yeah, Pixel 5A with 5G, right? I love what this stands for. And look, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm still glad they did it, right? You can say, it's not much different still, man. You've got companies that recycle designs. I'm looking at you, Apple. People are used to it. I'm not saying people don't critique or complain about the fact that Apple recycles designs for so long, but it's not a bad thing within this climate where we're slightly coming out of what's been a very extreme pandemic when it comes to resources and phone manufacturing, right? Again, I'm not one to be making excuses. More colors, definitely. Love the lower price. Maybe a 90 hertz display, especially when you've got in the competition devices like the Oppo Find X3 Lite, as well as obviously the A52 5G, 90 hertz, and then you've got 120 hertz, right? So yes, I'm inclined to say what the competition are doing, you should back it, and there should at least have been a 90 hertz display. I guess so. When you look at it against the competition, maybe where it's available doesn't matter as much, but I guess you can say that. So maybe that's the only thing that's missing. I wish the phone was available in the UK. I wish it was just available in more places. That's really the biggest critique I can give it, right? More colors, 90 hertz, more availability, but everything else sits well for me. There's been a bit of drama in regards to what's been happening with the Pixel 5A with 5G in terms of overheating. My buddy Scott Peachy, definitely he's had it for almost 2 months before he did his review. And when I did my reaction to it on the Lover of Tech channel, I did shout him out, so definitely go check him. And he talked about overheating as well. He had issues with overheating in certain situations. And as most of the US guys in Team Pixel that have got their devices, some have been running into overheating issues at 4K 60. Now 4K 60, you could say that, look, $150, you shouldn't really be expecting that much in a sense, right? But it does it, and it's a point of concern. But what I'm seeing is some people are finding it overheating in other situations as well, like, other low resolutions. I don't know how consistent the issue is, but I don't really want to dwell on that right now. Main thing for me is just kind of give my thoughts on it looking from the outside in. It's what we do on the cut down, right? We don't necessarily review the products. We give our opinions. We share kind of like a new style for our thoughts and looking from the outside in. I'm indifferent to it. I would love to test it, but it ain't gonna happen necessarily. But overall, I agree with the lower pricing. I agree with what they've done in terms of the bigger battery, which it's king for battery already, right? And the optimizations that come with it. Should have had the 90 hertz display, more colors, but overall, I love the lower price. I think the price, yeah. And it's just a shame. It's just a shame we're not getting in the UK and more markets. Canada, UK, certain key places, But overall, I'm a big fan of the A series. I didn't get a chance to try the 4A with 5G. It is very similar, but it's a good refinement. And it's good to see it. It's good to see it. Bring on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. We're ready for it. That's it. Those are my thoughts on the Pixel 5A with 5G. If you enjoy content like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And we'll see you next time.